Good morning, class 5. Myself Ranjit Kumar. I welcome you all in the e-learning program of Modern English School, Kunti Nagar, Nevada. This is the second video lecture of revision of chapter 1. Till now we have discussed what is seed, how seed grow into new plant. We have discussed germination. We have also discussed seed dispersal and how seed is dispersed with the help of seeds. All those seeds means how seeds are dispersed by wind, by water, by animals, and by explosion. All these things we have discussed. So moving further, the next topic that we have to discuss is vegetative reproduction. Vegetative reproduction. What is vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation? The process of growing new plants. In seed we have discussed process of growing new plant with seed. Here we are saying something different. Process of growing new plant with the help of body parts of the plant such as root, stem or leaves. The process of growing new plant with the help of root, stem or leaves are called vegetative propagation or vegetative reproduction. In this, you have to remember different name of the plant that grow with different body part. For example, with the help of roots, the carrot and sweet potatoes are growing new plants. Means in carrot and sweet potato, new plant can be grown with the help of roots. In case of rose, sugarcane, money plant, new plant can be grown with the help of stem cutting. In case of potatoes, new plants can be grown with the help of underground stem. In potato, the bulb of the potato is called, means the small eye-like structure, that bud of the potato is called eye, and it give rise to new plant. So we have discussed root, stem, underground stem, and next is growing new plant with the help of leaves. In the bryophyllum plant, on the side of or the edges of the leaf of the bryophyllum, small buds are present that will fall down and it will give rise to new plant. So simply you remember, in bryophyllum, plant can grow new plant with the help of leaf. Okay, you have to just remember the examples. Next, third, we have told that first growing with the help of seed, second growing with the help of body part, third is growing new plant with the help of spores. In fungi and ferns, two example, ferns and fungi, new plants are grown with the help of spores. Okay, so for growth and development of the plant, soil is also very important. Different plants need different type of soil. For example, if we are talking about rice and jute, this rice and jute required loamy or clay soil, means soil that can hold lots of water. That type of soil is required to grow rice and jute. To grow wheat, jowar and bajra, the sandy soil is required, means the soil that do not hold lots of water. So different plants grow in different type of soil. For example, coconut grow in salty soil, means soil with lots of salt, and the cotton grow well in the black soil. So you have to remember these things, that the different plants grow into different type of soil. Likewise, different plant require different seasons. So different plants are grown in different season according to the requirement. If I am saying the plants that can be grown in winter, the plants that can be grown in winter is called Rabi crop, and the example is wheat and gram. Wheat and gram can be grown in the winter season, and such plant is called, such crops is called Rabi crop. And the crops that are grown in summer is called Kharif crop. And example of rice, this Kharif crop is rice, jowar and bajra. So different plants are required, means different plants require different season or different climatic condition. So they grow into different seasons. Some plants are grown, some crops are grown in winter season, they are called Rabi crops, and the crops that are grown in summer is called Kharif crop. So the different requirement of the plant for growing is we have discussed. Next thing which we have to discuss is how we can get good yield. Yield means productivity. How we can increase the productivity means how we can increase the crop that we get from it. So for that you have to understand what are the problem faced by the plant. They need good amount of nutrients. Like we grow, for our growth we need nutrients. Likewise, plants also require some nutrients, and these nutrients they get from the soil. If soil do not have sufficient nutrient, then plants cannot get sufficient nutrient. To solve this problem, we add manure or fertilizer in the soil. We add manure or fertilizer in the soil to increase its fertility, means to increase the amount of nutrient present in the soil. Manure, the organic waste, means remains of decaying plant parts and decomposing food, leftover food. These all things are decomposed and mixed into the soil, and this is called manure. When this manure is added into the soil, that will increase the fertility of the soil, means nutrient in the soil will increase, that will result into increase in the productivity. Next is fertilizer. What is fertilizer? The chemical that is produced in the factories for increasing the fertility of the soil is called fertilizer. Both manure and fertilizer both increase the fertility of the soil, but manure is organic substance, means natural substance that is decomposed and mixed in the soil, but fertilizers are the chemicals synthesized in the factories. Likewise, if we provide fertilizer and manure, then we have to protect the plant. With from pest and insect, means to protect the plant from pest, means small insect, and from the insects we use pesticides and insecticides. These pesticides and insecticides, they will kill the pest and insect, and it will protect our crops from getting damaged. So it can be done by the chemicals such as DDT, Gamexin. You have to remember these two names. DDT and Gamexin is the two insecticides that is used to protect the crops from insect and pest. Next thing that we have to discuss, we have discussed that now we have discussed that how we plants are grown. We have discussed that what type of soil is required, what type of climate and season is required for the plant. Then we have discussed what nutrients, how we can increase the fertility of the soil. Next we have discussed how we can protect our crops from the insects and pests. Though these things we have discussed, the last which we have to discuss, the different methods by which we can get good yield of the plant, how we can get good yield from the crops, कैसे हमको प्रोडक्टिविटी ज़्यादा मिलेगा. फर्स्ट, use good quality of seed. First is use good quality of the seed. Second, prepare the soil properly. Means first, the seed that we use, it should be of good quality. Second, preparation of the soil should be correct. Add fertilizer and manure. The fertilizer and manure should be added into the soil. After that, fourth thing that you have to keep in mind is irrigate the land, irrigate the crop, means provide water, sufficient water to the crops. Okay, so providing sufficient water is also important. Next thing is removal of weeds. What is weeds? WEEDS. Weeds. The unwanted plant that grow along with the main crop is called weed. This weed should be removed. So the next is remove the weed. And last point is, if needed, use insecticide and pesticide to protect the crop from the insect and the pest. These are the tips that is given to the farmers so that they can get good yield out of their crops. So by this the chapter is completed. Still, if someone have any problem, he'll ask me tomorrow. I'll be there. And one more thing, after seeing this video, get ready to answer some important question that I will ask in the class. Okay, thank you.